collection and comparison video. And in the Madewell Transport family, I think there are 6 bags at time of filming. There are 3 that I don't have. A little rucksack, one that's kind of shorter and really long, and then a huge weekender. But the 3 I have, the original Transport, the Crossbody, and the Satchel. So those are gonna be the ones that you see compared today. And I was trying to think about how to make this video the most helpful I could. So what I'm gonna do is do size comparisons, give you all the dimensions and show them side by side. And then the question I got asked the most in my last bag video was, how much can you fit in each bag? So to help with that, I'm actually gonna pack each of the bags. So I really hope it's helpful in case you found this video or watching this video so that you can try to make the best decision for you. But let's go ahead. I'm actually gonna move my whole setup into the dining room table and show you in there. This is the original Transport Tote. This is the one I've had for the longest and it's probably the most well-known. I have it in the true black color with the English saddle handles, and I love the handle drop on this bag. It's about 8 inches, so it's just enough space to be able to easily swing it over your shoulder without it ever getting hung up, but it's not too much of a drop that you can't hold it by the top of the handles and it hit the floor, drag on the floor or something like that. The bag dimensions are 14 inches tall, 14 inches wide, and then I believe it's about 6 inches deep. The Transport Tote is unlined. There's only one large pocket in here, and the pocket does have a zipper, so it's nice if you want to slip your keys in there or your phone. I would suggest putting whatever is most important to you because this is a really deep bag, so if you're reaching for something, it's really handy to have it right here in this zipper. So I usually keep my phone in this pocket. After I'd been carrying this one for a year and a half, I wanted something a little bit smaller, and in that time they came out with the crossbody version. Now it looks much smaller than this one, but it's deceptively small. You can actually fit a lot in this bag, so I'm excited to get to that part of the video. The bag dimensions aren't as easy to remember as this one, but it's a little bit under 10 inches tall, 10 inches wide, and then just 3.5 inches deep. The handle drop is much smaller, so I can't put this one over my shoulder, but it has a very long and adjustable crossbody strap, which is really convenient. The crossbody also differs on the inside. This one is actually lined, and I have the color True Black again, and the interior lining, it's almost like a slightly grayed out black with a little bit of brown to it. And this one has 2 slip pockets, which perfectly fit my phone. I have the iPhone 6S, and it slips in really easily, but you get the 2 slip pockets, but you lose the zip pocket that the original Transport has. I almost forgot, but one of my favorite things about the crossbody is that it has a really nice zipper that runs across the top. This is the Transport Satchel. This is my most recent purchase. I bought it during the summer because I thought it would be perfect for travel. I have it in the English saddle color. They've basically taken some of the attributes of the Transport and the crossbody and combined them. It has more of the size of the Transport, but it has a lot of the features of the crossbody, most notably the zip across the top. That was one of the big reasons I wanted it. I thought it would be really nice to put all of my carry-on stuff, but then to be able to have it really secure, so I never had to worry about just like an open bucket like this one. The handles on this one are too small for me to put over my shoulder. I usually just have it hanging to one side, but the strap is adjustable, so you can use this as a crossbody bag as well. I think the strap is about 18 inches. And since this one is so much bigger than the crossbody, you can fill it up. I'm actually using this one right now, so it is pretty heavy. So I think it's nice that they added this little shoulder pad. So size-wise, it's comparable to this one in width, but it's shorter. I think it's under 12 inches. So I mentioned it has the zip, which is awesome. This one is also lined, and then it combines both pockets. On one side, you get the big zip one, which I think is really awesome and really handy to have. And then the other side has the 2 zip pockets like the crossbody. So I usually keep a notepad on one side, and then again, my phone slips really easy on the other. I will take off my scarf so you can see them all side by side. And then here is the side view. So Papa Bear, Mama Bear, Baby Bear, if you want to take a Goldilocks perspective on the Madewell bags. Now I'm going to pack each of the 3 bags just to give you an idea of what all you could potentially carry, because maybe that will be helpful if you're trying to decide which size would work best for you. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the mini. It is empty right now. In one of the side compartments, I'm gonna slip my phone. And then one of my favorite things about this bag, one of the reasons I purchased it in the first place, is that you can easily fit a tablet in here. So I have the iPad mini and it slips in without having to force it at all. There's actually a lot of space around it. So an iPad mini, I'm sure a Kindle or something similar would easily fit in here. I also usually keep a notepad with me and a wallet, of course, and also a little makeup bag. This has makeup in here, floss, feminine care products, just to have everything in one spot. So when I'm reaching for it, I know where I'm going. In the other slot, sometimes I like to keep sunglasses. You have to put them in a soft case. In a hard case, I don't think it would fit in this little slot, but they slide in there easily. Car keys, house key, a charger if you need it, if you play any kind of game or you Snapchat a lot on your phone. Of course, a pen. Sometimes I keep a pen case in here. Other times I'll just slip it into one of the side pockets so I know where it is. And then some kind of snack and some kind of breath freshening things. These are actually really, really good mints that I bought the other week. So this is the crossbody, all packed up nice and neat. And hopefully that showed you guys what I meant when I said earlier that I think it's deceptively small. I feel like that was a lot of stuff. It's a tiny bit heavy right now, but I think most of the weight comes from the tablet. But I think it's awesome to have a crossbody that you can fit a Kindle or a book or something like that in. The transport satchel, I think, is perfect for commuting and travel because you get so much space with this bag, but you also get the security of having the zipper on the top. So I'm gonna kind of pack this with the idea of travel and commuting. It starts out the same way. I always like to have a notepad and a pen. This little guy fits perfectly in one of the slip pockets, and then on the other side, my phone. And then in the big zippered pouch, I like to keep my car keys and house key. And then if you need it, this one does fit just a regular size umbrella. I'm not gonna put these in here, but you could also, sometimes I like to bring a pair of sneakers, but you could put a pair of flats and I would just put them in a grocery bag, but you could technically fit a pair of shoes in here. A wallet. This is just another of the same size beauty bags, but I just grabbed this one so you could see. But this has beauty products, feminine care products, mints, things like that. And then this bag is big enough that I can put the hard case on my sunglasses, which just protects them a little bit more. This, of course, is also perfect for your tablet. Headphones, can't be without those. And then honestly, there's still a lot of space in here, so there's room for another bag. I have brought down two. This one I keep more electronics, extra chargers, my 3DS if I'm carrying that. This little guy, both of these are Rifle Paper Company. This one is Rifle Paper Company and Le Sport Sac. This is actually the Rifle Paper Company fabric that they came out with. And if you search on Etsy, you could be lost for hours looking at everything these talented people have done with the fabric. So I ordered this. It's actually an essential oil little bag, so it keeps them all really nice and neat. So in this bag, I think you would have room for either one of these and just slip right in. So here's the transport satchel filled up, and I did get a question in my What's in My Bag video about the bags losing their shape. They all do get a little bit softer the more you wear them, but I will say that out of the three, I think maybe the satchel has gotten the most mushy. I don't know if that's a good word. I mean, when you wear it, it almost kind of like conforms to your body. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I just think it's something to be aware of. And last but not least, I'm gonna pack the transport tote. This one I'm gonna pack as a work bag, but before I get into the packing, I wanted to address one question I got asked quite a bit, and that is, can you fit a laptop in here? This is, you're not gonna be able to see it, this is a 13-inch MacBook, and it does technically fit in here. So if you wanted to put this in some kind of protective, like maybe a padded case, you could do it. I have only done it once, and I just felt, I don't know, I was a little bit worried about the straps. I just felt like it was a whole lot of weight to put on it. So I personally don't keep my laptop in here. I would rather put it in an actual laptop case that has protection and everything around it. But if you're somebody who has done it with success and you don't think it has really harmed your straps at all, I'd love if you'd leave that in a comment so that way other people can read it. I did pull out my largest food container. This is one of the Bento salad boxes, so it's pretty sizable, but it fits perfectly in this. So if you did want to pack your lunch in here, it fits perfectly in the bottom. I've been obsessed with these lately. They are the Bob's Red Mill gluten-free oatmeal. So I have been keeping one of these in one of the larger bags, and then I just put hot water in it when I get to work. So you could pack a lunch. You could also put a water bottle in here, even a really tall one. There's still plenty of height in this bag. Let me just lift up the camera just a tiny bit. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. You can also keep magazines upright in this one because it's so tall, and then no matter what bag I'm carrying, I try to always keep a reusable grocery bag because a lot of times I'll run into the grocery store on the way home from work. And I've been trying to, in these two larger bags, keep my meal planner with me because it keeps me honest and it keeps me from getting kava too many nights during the week and bringing that home. So this one is from Inkwell Press and it also slips in. Now this might get a little bit tight if you're doing a big lunch container like that, but if you don't have that to worry about, this does fit very nicely my planner. So if you have a Filofax or anything around that size, even the Inkwell Press bounds would fit easily in here. So a journal, a couple planning supplies, some stickers to slip in there. This bag, if it's going to work, I usually like to have a couple extra pens and maybe a pencil. So I like to keep a actual pen case in here. And then my wallet, earphones. You could also, I mean, there's definitely plenty of space if you wanted to keep a little cosmetic bag, but if you're trying to be low maintenance, I would normally, like my two things I need are whatever lip color, some kind of moisturizing lip color, and blotting sheets. And those I like to put in the little zip pouch so that it's really easy to get to. And then last but not least, sometimes, I mean, honestly, I carry my phone in my hand almost everywhere, but if I was gonna put it in my bag, it would probably also go in the zip pouch. And then my keys also in that pouch, are just, sometimes they do roll around the bottom. Okay, this is as full as I'm gonna make this one. And that probably is one of my biggest issues with this bag, is because it's so big, I feel like I can just fill, and then it's really heavy. So I have to try to rein myself back in. Not clear yet, I really like these bags. And as I was moving my camera back and forth, I was trying to think about why I like them so much. I think it's great that they get better the longer you have them. You kind of make them in your own, they soften up and kind of form to you, and I'm not the most gentle with my bags, so I like that they look good with a little bit of wear to them. And then Madewell described their style as a tomboy. I'm not a tomboy and I dress very girly. So of course these bags go well with the Madewell aesthetic if you have a lot of basics and you like the look of Madewell clothes. But also if you're like me and you wear a lot of dresses and a lot of floral prints, I think the bags almost kind of add a contrast and they help to balance out some of my more girly clothes. And the bags look so good during the week with whatever I wear to work, and they also look good on the weekend with just a sweater and a pair of jeans and boots. So you're not having to switch out bags unless you want to. But I really hope this video was helpful, and if you have any questions, if I missed anything, please leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all very soon.